Good morning, afternoon, evening, gamers. So Genshin Impact. That's so bright. I think I need to turn HDR off. I think. I've got it, I have it on a hard drive, which is why it's probably taking a little while. So yeah, so I didn't think I'd played this game before. I honestly didn't think. So my friend Swift, who you hear me talk about sometimes, he's been playing it recently, and he mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, okay. But I already had games I was thinking about playing, or my head space was different. And the other day I was looking up story-rich free-to-play games, because I don't really want to buy more games, because modern games coming out, a lot of them not for me. I watched Gamescom today. Wasn't a lot that interested me personally. But I'm sure there was something for other, for yourselves. Yeah, thanks for that. So I didn't think I downloaded it. Swift was talking about it. I looked up, good free-to-play games. Why is the music always so loud? Audio. That's better. I don't like just very loud music. I don't know why game developers think that we like that. A lot of people really don't. So yeah, so I downloaded it, and I thought I was setting up a new account, and it was like, oh, this email is already attached to the game, and I was like, really? So long story short, I had played it, clearly not for very long. Yeah, stop doing that. Yeah, so I had this character here who's called Arya. Obviously, you know me. I will all, if it's female, there do tend to be a lot more females in this game. Why, I don't know, but there are. Doesn't bother me particularly. Asmund, not quite so keen. And yeah, so I had this character, Arya. I think I had Amber as well, which is this lady who wields a fire bow, which is quite interesting. So yeah, so I've been for the last 2 days, I think. 2 sort of half days, because I've been doing a college course during the first half of the day between 10 and 4 or 5 o'clock, and then I played a little bit the last sort of 2 days when I don't have a fair bit of homework to do. I've got to so I've gotten to level 20. got her to level 20. Amber's 20. Noelle is 20. She can do like a shield and like a big two-handed sword, which is just watching her tiny frame with this huge sword is like, okay, cool. Kea, he is a guy, so there are some guys in it. I mean, yeah, it's just not as many as there are girls, which it is. Yeah, can't say it worries me that much, but for some people it might, and that's a reasonable thing to not like. And then I've got this one, Lisa. In my lineup, though, she does electrical damage. So the premise of this game, as I understand it so far, is that there are elements. So I think Noelle is Earth based. Aya is air. Amber is fire. Kea is frost, I think. And then Lisa is magical, lightning or electrical. Lightning, electrical. So yeah, and so different enemies have like a different thing that they're weak to. So fire might not be a problem, but electric will be the one that will be most advantageous to taking them down. So the couple of days that I played, it's all right actually. The characters took some getting used to. I prefer my female characters more adult looking, shall I say? But it's not. I don't think it's really that deep. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. Exploration it seems really good. Story, it's a bit difficult to say so far. But it, as the Google search suggested, it's a story-rich game, so I'm hoping there's going to be more of that. It runs really well, and yeah, so far no complaints. You can do cooking, and cooking gives you buffs like so like this steak revives a character from death and restores 100 HP. Then you've got this one that just restores health. There's apples. There's all sorts. And the other thing that I really like about this is my horde goblin brain can just run around just picking stuff up and exploring. I mean, honestly, if that's something that you really like, exploration and gathering stuff, some fighting, it's got a good mix of things. I think there's fishing as well. It's co-op, I think. I don't know if it's classed as an MMO. Yeah, I don't know if it's classed as an MMO or just like a multiplayer type game. But so far, yeah, it's all right. I'm kind of liking it. I don't know what made me stop playing it before, because I obviously hadn't played it for very long. But yeah, I'm giving it a go. And for anybody who's watching the Guild Wars 2 video. I haven't stopped playing that. I did say that I'm going to try and push through with it, so I am doing that as well. So I can try and do like a bit of both. I often have like several games on the go. Just doesn't necessarily make sense to most people, I'm absolutely certain. But it's just how my brain works. I don't know if I'm just I'm getting the TikTok thing of like my concentration is just like
Wind go with you.
not as good as it used to be. I don't know. But yeah. So I haven't really done a lot, so there's not really much to write home about. I've just mostly done the starting area, basically. I mean, I've only played it for probably about a day, so yeah, I'm I'm doing my best. And the Stormbearer Mountains, I can't go up there. I went to go up there, and it was like, this place is too dangerous for you at the moment. So I was like, oh, okay. And there was something down here, I think here, that some sort of what was it? There's all this stuff as well that I need to work out. I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, that's one of the joys of games. I'll figure it out, or I'll ask Swift to help me, and then he'll be like, why did I mention I was playing this game? Shouldn't have mentioned that. Yeah, it kind of gives you things like a lot of those free to play, pay to win type games do. So it kind of freaks me out a little bit. It is a gacha game. Gacha being got your money, bitch. Yeah, so be aware of that. But from what Swift was saying, it hasn't been that egregious. He hasn't been like, it's always on at me. It's always like wanting me to like to give it money. So yeah, but so far, yeah, it's okay. I haven't done a lot of it. Why does she keep stretching? Is she just basically like, come on, do something? I was trying to look for there's like a book that tells you like the monsters in the world, but I can't remember what it is. Ah, here it is. Which one was it? There was one that I found in the corner of the map that I was pointing to, and I had to run away. It was it was pretty strong. I gave it a go, and it was like its health was just like, I was barely doing that much damage to it, and I was like, this is probably not a good idea. Where is it now? This guy here, he's down he's down here, and yeah, like I tried taking him on. It was just, I wasn't really doing a lot of damage. I was like, yeah, I'll come back. But yeah, I got all this stuff over here to explore. So yeah, so far, if you like exploring, and you're a horde goblin like I am. I blame Bethesda for that, like, you know, Skyrim and Fallout 4. Then you may well like this game. It's quite a big game, and the latest update for it, I think, or was that Guild Wars 2? No, sorry, that was Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2, the latest, the Ithy Wilds or whatever it's called. They're introducing housing. I thought it had housing in it already. I think it does, but like it's not quite housing. So I think this is going to have proper housing. Genshin Impact does have housing as well. I think. Trouble is, I watch so much YouTube that sometimes I get confused between one thing and another thing. But I'm pretty sure it has housing, or it allows you to build a house or something like that. But best thing to do, if you like if you like anime, you like exploring, you like being a horde goblin, and you like, you know, cooking and, you know, fighting, and, you know, download it, give it a go. It's free to play. So again, the good thing with you know, some free to play games is that you can try them out and see if you like it. Which is a good. It's a very low barrier to entry for, you know, for most people, and that's a good thing, because I think video games are an art form, and I think they're wonderful, and for a few hours a day, or for however long you play, or however many hours you have to play. I'm lucky at the moment. I have more time to play. You know, it can just take you away from whatever life problems you have. What's that thing? Oh, a crystal core. Okay. I've seen those things flying around, but I never sure what I could capture. But yeah, there's just you could basically just play the game. Well, no, you couldn't, because things will attack you out in the wild. But you could just run around, you know. Oh, wow.
She's in trouble!
I don't know why they're chasing that lady, but HR, stop doing that. Okay, you're fine now.
Why is this happening to me? I shouldn't have helped him.
Who's he?
Him who?
Him who?
Thanks so much for saving me. You're far more reliable than those Favonius guys.
I am a Favonius girl.
It's nothing. She's a traveler. She has to deal with stuff like this all the time.
I also don't know what this is, Paimon. It was probably explained to me at the beginning, and then I only played for a little bit, and then, you know, just got rid of it. And now that I've downloaded it again, obviously I've forgotten what she is or what it's about, but just like every time she pops up, I'm like, what is she? I should probably just look it up.
Traveler? I've heard stories about you. I didn't think I'd be saved by the one I'm here to meet.
Oh.
Oh, so you're the...
I didn't know how I could pay you back initially, but now I think I'll just give you the intel for free.
Oh, that's
People in
nice.
our circle know how important the network is.
Lucky? But it's lucky for Kaya, isn't it? He's supposed to pay for the intel.
Listen well then. The intel on the Arcadian ruins. 3 6-armed giants reside in the city in the lake. 2 guard the statue, 1 the treasure.
Okay.
Right. Wait, is that it?
I guess.
There's also this map that came with it.
A map. Isn't that...
Could this be the X marks the spot? So the clue is more like a riddle. Well, should be a piece of cake for you, right? Paimon'll leave you to it then. Well, if you can't solve it, we can ask Kaya. He seems like a nerd too.
A nerd.
I'll leave you the intel so you can review it at any time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vile.
Why'd you call Vile? That's a... her parents didn't love her.
3 6-armed giants reside in the city in the lake. 2 guard the statue, 1 the treasure. What does that mean?
I don't know.
If you don't want to ask Kaya, you better figure it out.
And apparently the game has it has puzzles as well. So if you like puzzles, you'll love it. I'm not huge on puzzles, but I mean, yeah. Sometimes I do better on them than I think I will, and then other times I do about as well as I thought I would. So, yeah. I found that if you use this lady with the so I also couldn't remember when I started playing. I couldn't remember like how to chop things down. Like I couldn't find an axe or anything like in my backpack, and I was like, well, how do I? And it took me a while to figure it out. You stop that. You just smack it with your sword. But it takes a fair bit of time. But if you use this lady with a double-bladed sword, pretty much one hit. So yeah, I don't know if that's useful information to somebody, but yeah, there it is. Oh, a scroll. And yeah, so this is Genshin Impact. So far, I've nothing bad to say about it. I'll probably do, yeah, I might do another video when I've done a lot more of the game and see if I still feel the same. Because it's easy when you first start a game to be like, oh yeah, this game's pretty decent, and then when you get a chunk of the way into it, then you know you may feel different, or you may not. Are these apples or are these? I don't know what they are. But yeah, it gives me... I've never played Breath of the Wilds. The only Nintendo stuff I own is... I still have a Wii, because I had an amazing time with my son. When we had a Wii when he was a kid. So I still have that, and I think I have a PS2 which I need to send to Swift at some point. I keep meaning to do it, but it's out of sight and out of mind, so I just forget. But yeah, so I don't really own much of Nintendo, so I've never played Breath of the Wilds, but I've seen people play it, and definitely this art style gives me kind of Breath of the Wilds kind of vibes. And also, you know, sort of wandering around, and I think that has puzzles and, as well. So yeah, the makers of the game, I forget the name of them. They also do Honkai. Is that how you pronounce it? Honkai Star Rail, which is also similar to this. I think. And so they make that as well. And these games are both, you know, quite popular, and I can kind of see why. Lots of content. Free to play. The monetization isn't, as far as I know, egregious. Yeah. So yeah. You know, it may be your thing, it might not be. I think the anime style and the characters may not be, you know, for everybody. Definitely for me it took some getting used to, but I got used to it. I got used to it certainly more, you know, quicker than I thought I would. And there seems to be just lots to do, and lots to explore, and lots of things to find. There's like treasure chests throughout the world, so that's fantastic. Yeah, so far I think it may be, if you like the art style. Maybe you've heard people talking about it, because it is quite. It was popular. Things kind of come and go with popularity, but I think it is still, you know, fairly popular. And if you were thinking, you know, maybe I should give it a go, yeah, it's not bad. But I have, you know, I've literally only done like this. I'm guessing this is kind of the starter area, really. So bear that in mind as well. Losing the light, so we will leave it there. And yeah, just you know, just a short little video, really. You know me, you know, if there's a video game, you know, that I think is interesting, or I find interesting, or I think it has some sort of value, I don't mind making a video about it, unless I'm being really lazy, in which case I won't make a video for like a year or so. Yeah. I tend to make videos when I feel like it, and not because I have to keep up with an algorithm, or it's not, that's not going to be my cup of tea, really. Yeah, I definitely find it fulfills the loot goblin part of my brain very much. I could probably spend, like, you know, several hours just going around, like, just picking stuff up. Oh, as the cooking thing is here, I'll just briefly show you the cooking. Just come to here, press F, and then there's, wow, I can smell marijuana quite strongly. I think that's marijuana. So yeah, there's different things. I can make that. Although I do need more of whatever that flour is. Oh, I can make a fair bit of that. Oh, this is a fighting one, so this gives you a buff. Increases all party members' crit rate by 6 to 12%. It's not bad. In co-op mode, this effect only applies to your own character. Okay, well, we'll just make one. We'll make one anyway. And that's it really. Nothing too complicated. And you have ingredients here. So there's. They were taking so long that I just like. I wasn't sure if you had to stay at the cooking pot whilst you were, you know, making things, or whether you could wander off. So now I know that you can wander off, because, you know, they are there as, you know, as I wanted. So that's nice. I can make some more jam and sugar. So I think you make like different ingredients, and then, you know, you can make yourself, like, you know, different recipes and that. I probably need to buy recipes, I'm guessing. Yeah, so I probably need to buy some like more recipes or stuff. Yeah, and that's that's cooking. So that's it. Just a quick little video.
I'm a survival expert of the Adventurers Guild. Nice to meet you.
Well, thank you very much. Very nice of you. But yeah, so this is Genshin. Might be worth your time. Might not be. And that's it. I will see you on the next video, whenever I just make a video about something. Yeah. Bye for now.